I'd like to start this press conference with a question myself. What are we all going to talk about next year? Look, it's a dream come true. I've dreamt about that moment for as long as I can remember. I mentioned it out in the prize ceremony, but watching Tiger here in 1997 do what he did and winning his first green jacket, I think that inspired so many of my generation to want to emulate what he did. And there were points in my career where I didn't know if I would have this nice garment over my shoulders, but I didn't make it easy today. I certainly didn't make it easy. I was nervous. It was one of the toughest days I've ever had on the golf course. In a funny way, I feel like the double bogey at the first sort of settled my nerves. And it's funny, walking to the second tee, the first thing that popped into my head was John Rahm a couple of years ago making double and going on to win. So, at least my mind was in the right place and was at least thinking positively about it. But just a complete roller coaster of a day. It was very tricky out there. It almost felt more like a US Open than a Masters at some points, just with how firm and fast the greens got. But just really proud of how I bounced back from from the double on 1, from the double on 13. I don't know if any Masters champions had 4 doubles during the week, but maybe I'm the first. But yeah, just a complete roller coaster of emotions today, and honestly, what came out of me on the last green there in the playoff was, at least 11 years, if not 14 years of pent-up emotion. Since 2011, I think it's so ironic as well. I got to my locker this morning and I opened it up, and there was a note in there from Angel Cabrera, and just wishing me luck. And Angel Cabrera was the player I played with in the final day in 2011. So it was a nice touch and a little bit ironic at the same time. And it's been 14 long years, but thankfully I got the job done. It's very difficult. I think I've carried that burden since August 2014. It's been 11 years. It's nearly 11 years. And not just about winning my next major, but the career Grand Slam. Trying to join a group of 5 players to do it. Watching a lot of my peers get green jackets in the process. It's been difficult, and I've tried to approach this tournament with the most positive attitude each and every time that I've shown up, and I think just the sort of cumulative experience that I've gained coming back here each and every year, I feel like I get a little more comfortable with the shots needed. I talked about it at the start of the week, but there's talking about it and actually doing it, and today was difficult. I was unbelievably nervous this morning. Really nervous on the first hole, as you witnessed with the double. But as I said, that sort of calmed me down, and I was able to bounce back and show, that resilience that I've talked about a lot. And look, it was a heavy weight to carry, and thankfully now I don't have to carry it, and it frees me up. And I know I'm coming back here every year, which is lovely. That was all relief. There wasn't much joy in that reaction. It was all relief. And then the joy came pretty soon after that. But that was, I've been coming here 17 years, and it was a decade plus of emotion that was that came out of me there.
Good question. Don't know. Definitely I'm proud of myself. I think, played great golf today. Came out. I think I flipped the switch from yesterday. Yesterday I was so angry coming off the golf course because I turned 69 into 75 yesterday, and I didn't let that momentum seep into today. And I think that was, from a professionalism point of view, very, very proud of that switch overnight and into this morning. And then, yeah, hitting the right shots at the right time. Today I hit a lot of quality shots under pressure, and I felt like I was getting stronger and stronger and stronger as the round was going on. I felt so good with my game, good with my emotions. I'm super proud of that, because you can't prepare for that. You can't practice for that. That is just, that's when you learn about yourself. And I'm still learning about myself. But at Royal Troon, and again here at the Masters, when it gets to the real business end, I feel like I'm really, really calm and ready for it, which is, again, proud of that. But disappointing. I think to lose in a playoff for the second time kind of punctuates both of them and makes you realize just how close you've been.